to ask me what's one of my top 5 dishes, ceviche would be absolutely one of those. It is the kind of dish that every time I eat it makes me hot and makes me prickly and makes my scalp sort of feel needly. I don't know how to explain it, but it is a whole body experience. So let me show you how I make it. Hi Cravers, and welcome back to Little Cravings. Today I'm going to share with you my ceviche recipe. But before I do that, please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Let's make this family grow. I have loads of great recipes to share with you, and I would like for you to share some recipes with me. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get to the recipe. Let me tell you about ceviche. Ceviche is the national dish of Peru. There are versions all over Latin America. The basis of chorizo is cold cooking. And by that I mean is there's no heat applied. But the process of exposing the fish to acid with a pH lower than 4.8, so lemon and lime are about 2.5, makes the protein in the fish unravel, which is what happens when you expose the fish to heat. Depending on how you want your ceviche cooked, I wouldn't marinate it for less than 10 or 15 minutes, nor more than maybe 30 to 40 minutes. When you marinate it for a very long time, what happens is that the protein and the fish starts breaking down, and it gets poppy, and the texture of it changes in a way that can become unpleasant. When we make ceviche, it is very important that your fish is fresh. You want the scales to be metallic, you want the eyes to be bright, you want the smell to be of fish and briny, but not fishy and sort of off. You don't want any sliminess on the skin. For this dish, I have chosen some sea bass, I have chosen some cod, and some prawns. I like to add the prawns because it's firmer than the rest of the fish. So let's go ahead and prepare our fish. To begin with, I am going to fillet my sea bass. You want to keep your knife almost flat up against the fish when you're filleting it. One of the tricks I learned while I was training was that in order to facilitate finding bones in fish or a fish fillet, you would put it over a bowl and sort of slide it over a bowl. And with the curvature of the bowl, you would be able to see the majority of the bones poking out. And then you can pull it out. And you can pull it out with your hands or with the help of a knife or tweezers. See if I can feel it right here. As you can see, I'm making these slanted cuts, which just go really tight up against skin. If you have a fish with skin, you might have something like my cod, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna cut that. But that way, you maximize the amount of flesh that you're taking, and you're not wasting any of your fish. What I've done to maximize the freshness of my fish is that I chilled my bowl before prepping my fish. So when I am slicing my fish, it's all going into a cold bowl, which will then go into the fridge while I prepare the rest of the ingredients. Here we go. So this is how I'm going to be cutting the cod. I don't have any skin on the cod, so it's easier, and it's a chunkier fish than sea bass, which is a flatter fish. As you can see, I am cutting my cod straight down, and I'm trying to cut it the same thickness or similar thickness to the sea bass so that they will cook at the same rate. Okay guys, are you ready for the magic? Super simple. Here's my fish, here's my prawn. I'm gonna put it all together. I'm going to bathe it with the lime juice. I'm going to add my mixture of coriander and parsley. And for this version, I am going to add passion fruit. The great thing of passion fruit is that it is sour, so it has acidity, but not always. So I never use it just by itself. What this adds is a beautiful amount of perfume and a crunch with the seeds, which goes really well and cuts through. If it's sweeter, it cuts through the acidity, but if not, it just enhances that acidity. So I am going to mix it all together. For a bit of saltiness, I'm going to put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and then I am going to add some Tabasco. But I'm going to add the Tabasco at the end, and then I also have some chilies. Habanero chili or Scotch bonnet chili is the one that I would usually use, but I wasn't able to find it, so I just got a red chili and a green chili, mix them together, chop them up really finely, and that's what I'm adding to the recipe today. Today I'm feeling a bit playful, so I am going to add some chipotle Tabasco just to give it that little smoky background flavor, which I absolutely love. But you can use just regular Tabasco, so that's absolutely not a problem. So I'm going to mix all of my ingredients, and I'm going to put the mixture in the fridge and leave it to rest for about 25 to 30 minutes. Then we'll come back and taste it. So it is finally time to serve our ceviche. I usually like to serve it inside of avocado shells. It's delicious and it counteracts, the sourness of it counteracts the fattiness of the avocado, or on top of cucumber slices, on its own, on top of a salad. It is super versatile. The last thing I'm going to do is add salt, and I add the salt at the very end because salt tenderizes. If you put it in at the beginning, what's going to happen is that it's going to break down the flesh of the fish, and the prawns are going to get tough. So I'm going to just season it now, mix it up. I'm going to serve some so that we can try it. You can see how the flesh has gotten opaque and the prawn has gone pink. I'm gonna try it on a cracker because on a cracker with its neutral flavors, I'll be able to taste every bit of flavor coming from the chorizo. The flesh is opaque. I get a little bit of everything. It's sour. It makes your body go hot and your scalp go tingly. It's herby with the parsley and coriander. It has the right amount of seasoning and it's warm enough. If you want it hotter, use Scotch bonnets and it'll blow your head off. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share. Become part of the family. I'll see you next time.